Hey, it's Jackie and welcome back to part 2 of the contrast makeup theory. If you haven't seen part 1, I have a quiz where you can find whether you're low, medium, or high contrast, meaning the value of color between your skin, eyes, brows, and hair is either subtle or strong, and you can create a makeup look to complement your innate contrast levels for an everyday harmonious look. It's a great base theory to figure out what works for you, but then you can totally amp it up and find your best glamorous look. Of course, you can try out any no matter the contrast levels, but if you find whenever you do try to wear more makeup, you just feel like it looks off, hopefully one of these looks will work for you. There was a lot of interest in some of the lip shades that I used last time, so I'm partnering again with SHEGLAM, and all of these products that I'll be sharing are super affordable, cruelty-free, and the packaging is super cute. There's something for everyone in these lip combos. I'm gonna skip foundation today because I want to try out the red lip theory. This is where you wear a red lip without any base makeup and it pulls the most focus, kind of diffuses the rest of the skin and makes you look put together without having to do all the base. Plus, it'll look more natural, which I think is perfect for low contrast. But first, I'm gonna define my brows a little bit more. This is the Instafill Brow Pencil in the shade Blonde. My lips were feeling so dry, so to prep, I'm using the Crystal Glaze Moisturizing Lip Care Set. This would make such a great gift, cute Valentine's Day present. You can get one or all four, and these are sheer, so pretty, they smell good, and they have fun names. So this one's Candy Lane. Strawberry Milk has more of a pinky sheen to it. Cocoa Cookie. Melon Pop had the most different scent. It was definitely more fruity. I love the crystal-like shine, they're not sticky, and my favorite is Candy Lane because I never really like wearing a lip color without a lip liner unless it's clear. Two palettes here. First I'm going with this warmer brown and I'm starting to create an outer V shape. Gonna be pretty soft, and then with this cooler tone palette I'm taking this contour shade, starting to carve out the crease. I'm using my favorite Sunburst Glow Mixer, patting this on a brush and adding it almost like a cream shadow to the center of the lid and the brow bone, and then topping up with this shimmery shadow. Now we have a really subtly sculpted eye when it's all blended together, and it looks really nice with a little bit of eyeliner. I feel like I'm a mix of Heidi and Lauren Conrad with this hair right now. Super cool liner. This is the Easy Glide Matte Eyeliner Pencil. I'm tight lining, dotting underneath the bottom lash line, creating a really soft wing, but then I'm blending out with a brush. I just applied some outer corner lashes with a tiny bit of mascara, but they're a little bit bigger than I wanted them to be. I'm just reusing a pair I already had, but I'm not gonna add any mascara over top of them to try to keep them a little bit more natural. It feels so weird to not have any contour or like face makeup on. Let's try the red lip theory and then I'll probably add some contour. I pulled some red shades. These are the Lip Facts lip liners. I'm gonna go with the shade But First Coffee. I'm overlining my upper lip. Something I love about these lip liner pencils is they have their own sharpeners that come with them right on the lid. That way you can't mess up your lip liner pencils. I've destroyed so many eyeliners and lip liners by using the wrong sharpener, just thinking it, you know, works, and then it's not the right size. So this is perfect, and I'm also going to use Mojave. Yeah, let's create a little bit more dimension. And the other one I pulled is Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper is a little bit more on the red side, but I prefer to go with a slight brown for the outer corners, and then we'll blend over top so you'll only see the red. I went through all the SHEGLAM lipsticks, and this is the most perfect red. It's called It Takes Guts, and this is the Dynamatte formula, so it's super matte, but what's interesting is it goes on creamy, but then it dries down almost like a liquid lipstick. It's pretty unique. I haven't seen anything quite like it, and then once it's dried, you can add more. Once this completely dries down, it is transfer proof. It's so vibrant, and this is a very true red. And what do we think of the red lip theory? Would you wear, you know, no makeup on your face and just rock a red lip and like do your eye makeup? Or do you think it needs something? This looks really nice in person. Like, my skin does look fresh. I am having a good skin day, but even if you do have a couple little blemishes, the red is supposed to pull the focus and you can get away with, you know, no foundation at all. But I think I'm gonna add a little bit more bronzer just to give a bit more definition, but still keep it a little bit more natural. Also, I really want a nose contour. bronzer. This is Mud Pie and it's a Sunbeam Shimmer Bronzer. Blended in really nice. I am not hating the no foundation or concealer, but I am going to bring a little bit more brightness to the skin and life to it with, again, the Sunburst Glow. This is in Light Medium Cool. One of my inspirations was my favorite picture of Gigi Hadid today, but then I added a bit more of a lash, slightly different shade of red, and then with the hair, this is kind of more like 2000s. At first, I was not sure about this whole look, but now I'm loving it, like with the messy hair, the undone skin, but it just looks glowy and natural. I love the red lip with this. I think I'll do this again. Like, I usually, when I wear red lip, I go with a full coverage base. Like, I don't think I ever have not tried that. So I'm wearing It Takes Guts, and these are high coverage enough that I can apply another one over top and you won't really disrupt the color. So this one, like I said, is stronger than ever if you want to go more cool toned. I really liked the brightness of the first shade and I think it suited this look a little bit better for this coloring. But still so pretty, I will go deeper with the last look. And finally, if you don't want to go quite as vibrant as like a bold red, but you still want to do a red look, a strawberry is a really nice shade to go with. This formula is the SHEGLAM Pout Perfect Shimmer Lip Plumper. They also have the Shine Lip Plumper without any shimmer to it. It's just more like a gloss. And the one I've applied has like tiny little finely milled shimmer. This time we have a bunch of nude options for medium contrast. In part one, we went with a soft smoky eye and a medium tone lip, warmed up the skin so there was less contrast between the hair and the skin for an overall harmonious soft look. But in my opinion, the best glam look for medium contrast is Mila Kunis's Smoky Eye. For the base for this full glam look, I went full coverage. This is the Full Coverage Foundation Balm in Nude. It's honestly so full coverage, I'm not going to use any concealer, but I am going to start using a little bit of bronzer like we did in the first video. This is Burnt Sienna and it's the Sunbeam Liquid Bronzer. Around my forehead, underneath the cheekbones, under the chin, and really blending this out just to soften up the skin and the hair next to each other. Also brows, I darkened up off camera and I've kept them a little bit thinner and they have an arch to them. Setting with a bit of powder. Usually I like to use a powder puff, but I don't need as much powder because the finish of the foundation is pretty matte anyway. And let's jump into the eyes. This is where we're going to do the intense smoky eye. We'll add the nude lip and then I'll add the blush to make sure I don't overdo the blush. The black Easy Glide matte eyeliner pencil is a great base for a smoky eye. So I've rimmed my bottom lash line, the tight line, all over the lid, and then just with a small brush I'm smoking it out and then building up by the lash line again. It's a great tacky base, but when you do start to blend it out like this, it can get pretty grungy, like it won't just stay unless you set it with a powder, so that's what I'm gonna do. I love a smoky eye when there's some warmth above the crease. I'm gonna take this shade here. Taking a bit of a golden highlighter, I'm gonna bring this through the brow bone. Taking a deep brown first, I'm gonna add this across the lid to start to mattify the eyeliner pencil. Don't want to put too much on the brush because we're just building up slowly. Bringing back some warmth so it's not lost. A lot of going back and forth with this look. Taking the mauve, applying this under the bottom lash line and mix with the black, it should come off a bit more purpley. Darkest black, let's add in that liner again. Shadow this time, it's going to blend in really well with all the other shades we've applied. Looking pretty good. I want to add a bit more shimmer to the lid. I think this taupe shade will be nice. The little pop of brown here makes it so flattering. I think that's a really important part to make it look softer, even though it is pretty dramatic. Adding a little bit more of like a gunmetal shimmer in the inner corner. And I think with my eyes it's a little bit too smoked downward, so I'm going to fix that up and then add some mascara. This look looks especially good if you do chunky mascara lashes, and then if you want to add a little outer corner like I did, it'll help elongate the eye, but your eye might already have more of that almond shaped. I just have very round eyes, so I like to add that touch. This is the Cheek to Cheek Blush Duo Peach Juice, and we have a cream and then a powder. And then for lips, I have a nude in each formula. I've already prepped the lips with my favorite lip oil. How cute is this? Also, this one smells like coconut. I bring this everywhere with me. And between the Lip Facts lip liner, I decided to go with neutral, but maybe I'll switch it to the more brown shade. Yep, this is the perfect shade. It's a little bit more of a pinky nude, and we are going with pinky nudes today. Feeding this into my natural lip, it is pretty similar in color, but we've just enhanced the lip line. And here are the nudes that I pulled from the Dynamatte Bloom Long Lasting Matte Lipstick collection. I chose Encore Energy because it's the lightest one. Really pretty nude. Again, super creamy. And when this dries down, like I said, it's completely matte, but I do like to add a little bit of my favorite lip oil. There's a clear formula and then a shimmer. They do that a lot with SHEGLAM Lip Products, just for some added moisture. This one's Gotcha. And this is Have No Fear, so a little bit darker. This is the matte packaging, and then we have a glossy finish, and this one is glossy on the inside as well. This is the Mirror High Shine lipsticks, and this one's my favorite. It's called Own Your Shine, and it's a great topper for any lip product, or you can just add it over a lip liner, like butter. This is what more of a medium pink looks like with this entire look. Next formula are the lip plumpers, and they have a glitter version and then one that's just shine, and these have a crystal finish like sugar crystals. Out of the glitters, we have a really pretty nude. It's basically a clear balm, but you have a bit of peach. They're pretty, they're sheer, and they have a lot of sparkle to them. Same formula, just no shimmer. So there's my take on Glamour for medium contrast, and if you're a redhead, you might suit low contrast if you're like strawberry blonde and have freckles, but if you have more of a deeper auburn shade, you're probably in the medium category, and I wouldn't recommend this look, but the Fox Pretty look that I did if you're looking for a bolder glam. Finally, for high contrast, I might have been influenced from recently seeing the new Nosferatu movie. I did a tutorial and updo for Ellen Hutter's no makeup look, but I also love romantic gothic looks. So that is what this is, with a pinup influence. Love a good witchy or vampy vibe, especially in the winter. Anyone can try this out, but you do see this look on a lot of famous beauties who have this coloring. Just like in my first high contrast look, I'm going with the same base. This is the SHEGLAM Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation. I love this one, it's in the shade Buttercream. Since this is pinup, I'm really going for flawless, and I'm gonna add some brightening to the center of the face. This is also Buttercream, but it is slightly lighter, and it's the Like Magic 12 Hour Full Coverage Concealer. I like to apply underneath the eyes and pat out with my finger and sculpt out the brows. Really great, affordable, matte, high coverage base. Love these products together, and I'm gonna set further with powder. Oops, before powder, I am gonna use a little bit of a cream contour. This is Clay, and it's the Sunsculpt Liquid Contour, just underneath the cheekbone. I'm not gonna use any bronzer at all, so this is super cool toned. I can feel my neck kind of swollen. I think I'm getting sick. That is why I started with foundation today. I like to give usually the full effect, but I didn't look well, so added a little bit before I went on camera today. But by the end of this, we will not look sick. We will look glamorous. Something you'll notice with this look, with the placement, is I'm keeping everything pretty rounded. So with my cheekbone, I went low and round, my brows are round, my lip shape will be round, and I just think it gives a really pretty romantic look, even though we're keeping with gothic tones. I love this pink powder for setting. This is the under eye portion, and then there is a loose powder, but I'm just gonna use this all over the face. So I take a powder puff and press, and it gives such doll-like skin. Fair, I love doing a high coverage base that's really matte. I don't really go for it when I have a tan. I like the more natural look, but I feel like such a doll already. Adding in a little bit of nose contour, and I'm also gonna use this as my eyeshadow palette. the shade Canyon Trail, taking a tiny amount on a brush, and then I've carved out from my eye socket in an exaggerated shape for that pinup style. Made a bit of a taller nose bridge. So yeah, feel free to skip a nose contour, do it however you like to do it. Let's do the quick smoky eye. For the eyeshadow, I want it to be kind of pinup, but a little bit more smoky, like not too classic 50s. So I've taken a silvery shade. This is Shining Horizon, patting this over the lid. With Desert Dweller, I've started to create a rounded shape up to the tail of the brow. And then building up the eye again with Mud Road. This is like a charcoal shade, it's pretty close to black. And then with Mud Road fading to be a little bit more like a wing. All these shades look warmer next to the warm packaging, but on me you can see that they're pretty cool toned, especially when you just go in with a light hand. Finally, because I didn't want the lid too bright and bold, I took some of Mountaintop just to mute down the lightness, but we still have a bit of sparkle. Finally, Pebble Toss on the brow bone to really make it pop, and the inner corner. Whenever I show this eyeliner, I get so many questions because it's the coolest. This is the SHEGLAM Easy Glide Matte Eyeliner Pencil. The shade is black. I'm going to do a pinup wing, but keep it a bit softer. It's got to be one of the easiest eyeliners to use. Mirroring a smudgy wing on the bottom lash line as well, and I'm keeping the waterline without any eyeliner so that we get a doll-like eye. Just added a little bit of mascara and then some outer corner lashes. Outer corner lashes definitely add to this look. I remember last time I put too much blush. This is super pigmented. A bit of color blended from the contour into the eye a little bit. I want like a pop of crimson. SHEGLAM has so many amazing lip colors, especially in this color palette that I'm going for, but because I am going to swatch a couple on my arms to kind of figure out what shade I want. Lip oil first. I love this one. I decided to go with the Jelly Wow Hydrating Lip Oil in Princess Vibes because it is like a purpley shade and I feel like it's witchy. Sparkly. I definitely don't have any other lip oils that look quite like this, so they're one of my favorite SHEGLAM products. And while the different shades are super fun, they do for the most part look clear, but then you have either a sparkle or like a subtle tint of whatever color that you get. Ooh, and all the sparkles. A lot of you were really interested in these lipsticks from my previous tutorial. This is the shade I'm Risky, Deep Plum with a matte finish. Ooh, that's a really pretty shade. You can't tell me that this isn't the perfect lip color to complete this look. It feels like it's drying, almost like a liquid lip, but it's not in the formula of a liquid lip, so it's super cool. The SHEGLAM Dynamatte Bloom Long Lasting Matte Lipstick. A Bold Plan. A Deep Berry Pink with a matte finish. Dare to Be. It Takes Guts. True Red with a matte finish. These are some of my favorite matte lipsticks that I've ever tried. I recommend moisturizing your lips beforehand. They're super long wearing, so it's good if you can wear it for, quite a long time. Looks like the same packaging, but it is shinier. This is the shade Rent Free. High Key. This is Own Your Shine. It's a clear balm, and I think it would look really cool with the black liner around the lips I'm gonna do. Like I mentioned, I've kept the upper lip round, so I've overlined through here a little bit and then extended out the outer corners, and I'm blending in. I love the shine. Obviously, I've changed the color quite a bit because I did add the black in the middle, but these feel like, oh my gosh, butter on the lips, so much shine. I think this is super cool, but let's go more in the kind of deep berry direction. And finally, the Pout Perfect Lip Plumpers Hot Cocoa. I thought this was sheer when I put it on my arm, but no, if you want lots of color, super smooth. Wow, that one looks gorgeous as well. What do you guys think? Did you prefer the matte with this look? Do you like this glossy vampy shade? I really can't tell. I think the matte one was my favorite, but this is really nice too, and it's super comfortable if you like more of a shiny look. Let me know which contrast look you are in the comments down below, or which look was your favorite, if you would be daring enough to try out some of these, or if you preferred more of the everyday looks that I already covered. Again, huge thank you to SHEGLAM for working with me on today's video. I love how they let me be super creative while showcasing their affordable products. Tag me if you try out these looks. I would love to see your faces and repost you. And if you want to check out my quiz over on JackieWyers.beauty to find out which contrast level you are, again, that is linked down below, as well as all the other products. And yeah, this was fun. I will see you in my next video.